So you're thinking about buying a home in Kennebunk, Maine, and you're trying to figure out some of the pros and cons of the area. I'm going to break down just a few important factors for you to consider before making the big move. Let's get into it. By the way, my name's Margaret, and if you want to know everything there is about living in Kennebunk, make sure to subscribe below so you can be the first to know about the market here in coastal Southern Maine. Feel free to give my team and I a call, shoot us a text, or send an email. All that information's in the description below. Alright, so let's get into some of the pros and cons of living in Kennebunk, Maine. The first thing I want to talk about is safety. Maine is considered one of the safest states in the entire country, and Kennebunk did not have a single report of violent crime in 2022. Officially making it the safest town in the entire state of Maine. The second thing I want to talk about is weather, and not just the fact that it's sunny and cold for most of the year, but the fact that Maine in general is very low risk for natural disasters, and about the only thing you're going to see in Kennebunk is storms from time to time that affect the coast. And in reality, unless you're visiting the beach, you're not really going to be impacted by the storms too much. The third thing I want to talk about is the school system in Kennebunk. Kennebunk High School is considered one of the best in York County, and Kennebunk High School is considered the second best school in the entire state of Maine. The high school's population has roughly 700 students, which is a little bit bigger than neighboring towns like Wells that has only around 400 to 450. The fourth thing I want to talk about is location. Similar to other coastal towns, Kennebunk is set up so that most of the businesses are right on Route 1, making it super easy to get everything you need. Kennebunk also has an exit to get on and off the highway, which may not seem like a super big deal if you're not from the area, but towns nearby such as Sanford don't have that luxury, and you're gonna have to drive at least 20 minutes once you get off the highway just to get into town. The fifth thing I want to talk about is the downtown area in Kennebunk. While this downtown area technically stretches through a good portion of the town, there is a super cute smaller area with older brick buildings and an awesome little ice rink that people in the town love to use. There's lots of little businesses in that area, such as little coffee shops, bakeries, and overall it's just an awesome little place to visit. The next thing I want to talk about is the air quality in Kennebunk. While a good portion of the state ranks well on the air quality index, Kennebunk sits around 44, and anywhere from 0 to 50 is considered really good. The next thing I want to talk about is the beaches in Kennebunk. While there are plenty of others in neighboring towns, Kennebunk has a few, and all of them are well known to be super great spots for tourists and locals alike. And Kennebunk's beach has somewhat of a boardwalk, if you will, for people to walk their dogs and not have to go down onto the actual beach if they don't want to. So let's get into the cons of living in Kennebunk. The first con I want to talk about for Kennebunk is the property taxes. The property tax mill rate for Kennebunk is $14.60 per 1,000. And compared to towns such as Ogunquit that has a mill rate of $6.32, this is pretty high. The next thing I want to talk about is the cost to buy a home in Kennebunk. The average cost to buy a home in Kennebunk is over $536,000, and that is well over the national average of $348,000. So if you're trying to keep the price down on buying a new home in the area, this may not be the right place for you to look. And the final thing I want to talk about is the traffic. Similar to other towns in the area such as Wells, the traffic in Kennebunk can get pretty backed up, making it super hard to get to where you need to go in the summertime and making it critical for learning all the back roads. So those are the pros and cons of living in Kennebunk, Maine. You may want to check out all your options, but overall Kennebunk is an awesome place to live. It has a great downtown area, plenty of activities, and definitely a great place to consider when moving to Southern Maine. I hope you found this helpful, and if you're looking into real estate in the area, feel free to reach out to my team and I. We would love to help you with your transition, whether that's in 1 day, 1 month, or 1 year. All that information's in the description below. See you next time.